Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday morning. Hope everybody is having a wonderful Sunday. It is very, very snowy here. Very snowy. But I'm sticking it out. I'm in the office here, getting it done. We're getting things done on Sunday morning here. Fred and Lisa, good morning to you. Thank you so much. Cruise was great. My review and debrief are coming out tomorrow. Everything was wonderful. NCL Encore is a beautiful, beautiful cruise ship. I love it. Had a really, really great time. Everything was wonderful. Gene Townsend, good morning. How are you? Welcome to the Cruise News Show. Felicia, good morning. Hope you're having a wonderful Sunday so far. Tony C, good morning to you. Happy Sunday. Jonathan, good morning. Hope you're doing well. Hope everything's good up there in Boston. It's got to be cold up there. It's definitely cold here. Matt Ryan, good morning to you. Hope you're having a wonderful Sunday morning. Greg Gooser, good morning from New Hampshire. Let's go Pats. Yes, indeed. Go Pats. Congratulations, everyone from Seattle and Denver yesterday. Your teams won. Denver, bad news. Bo Nix broke his ankle. It's really terrible. Sorry to hear about that. Tony Diaz, good morning to you. Good morning, Tony Diaz. Thanks so much for stealing Bo Bichette from the Phillies. Thank you very much. Stinking Mets. That's all right. Carrie and Braga, good morning to you. Hey, Kevin, how are you doing? Good morning, guys. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Alex, good morning to you from chilly, Ohio. Chilly, Philadelphia here in New Jersey. I'm in New Jersey right now, and it is cold and snowing. Lisa DeLuca, good morning. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Very snowy here. I missed Miami already. It was very nice yesterday. As I was in the airport, I forgot to pack a jacket or anything, which it was very cold when I got back. So that was fun. But I saw all the people coming in for the college national championship game, all the Indiana Hoosiers fans flying in with their all their Indiana gear on. Very, very fun. Anita and Brian, good morning to you guys. Hope you guys are doing well. Ebert's down there in Virginia. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Let's do a little bit of cruise news while we're here. So first bit of cruise news is, let's talk about Royal Caribbean. Royal Caribbean's got their points choice was officially announced. It was announced a few weeks ago, and then it got pulled back really quick. So I don't know why that happened. Angela B., hello from Toronto. Welcome. Welcome, Canadians. Love Toronto. Toronto's a great city. So let's talk about it a little bit. So points choice is out now. It starts the end of January 30th. So any cruise after January 30th, you can use your points choice. This simply means that if you go on a Royal Caribbean cruise, a Celebrity cruise, or a Silver Sea cruise, you could take the points from that cruise and apply them to whatever brand you like. If you are going on a Celebrity cruise, which I am in March, and I want to apply those points to my Crown and Anchor program for Royal, which I do, you could either do that prior to your cruise or immediately after. You can send an email. You just have to have a membership in the other program, which means if you go online and you do a status match, you'll get numbers for the Captain Club, the Venetian Society, the Crown and Anchor Society. You'll get all of those. And then you could do it once you're ready to go. So again, this is going to start January, any sailings after January 30th of 2026. Very, very simple. All you have to do is apply for it and you will be granted it. So that is very nice. Tony D said, if we didn't do it, the Dodgers would have. It's very true. The Dodgers just unlimited money. They got Kyle Tucker out there. They're just signing everybody. Craig Cussard, 60 days until the Joy. 60 days sounds lovely. 2 months from today, so March, you're going on the Joy. You're going to have a wonderful time. Love the Joy. Great, great, great ship. More news, Florida news. So a company has pitched a proposal for a new cruise port near Tampa. This cruise port would be south of Tampa in Manatee County near Bradenton. It is a 300-acre plot of land known as the Not Cohen Tract. It's on the seaward side of the Sunshine Skyway Bridge. That Sunshine Skyway Bridge, that's tough to say, is the limiting factor in the size of the ships that can go there because like here in Philadelphia or Baltimore, there are bridges that you have to go under to get out into the ocean. And this would put them past those bridges, which would enable Oasis Icon level ships to go to Tampa. It would also give another huge cruise port in the Florida area, which would give people in Florida just a ton more options. And it would allow the cruise lines that are building all of these new ships to have more ports in Florida that they can cruise out of, which I think would be a win-win for everyone. There's a lot of no one knows if this is actually going to come to fruition. There's a lot of environmental issues and things that they have to jump through on that piece of land. So something out there. So this company's going to purchase this land, and they're trying to get this proposal through, and we'll see what happens. But it sounds amazing, so we shall see. Lisa said, saw in an NCL Facebook group that this sailing on Encore is overnighting at Great Stirrup Cay. I did not hear that. That's pretty wild. So that is pretty awesome if they are doing that. I know there was no plans to overnight there at the moment, just like they don't do any overnights at Perfect Day at the moment. But that's really interesting if they are. That's pretty awesome. Alex, 88 days till NCL Philly. Jewel, 85 days till you're in Philly. Alex, again, let us know when you're here. We're going to, we'll go grab some drinks or grab some lunch or something. That'll be awesome. Can't wait. Jimmy C, good morning. Hope you guys are doing well out there in Staten Island. It is a cold and snowy day today. Next up, a little bit of interesting cruise news. The Freedom of the Seas, which is going out tomorrow, since the new terminal construction has started on Terminal G for Royal Caribbean, there was nowhere for people to get on the ship tomorrow for Freedom of the Seas. So they are using the MSC terminal, which is Terminal AA, to board all of the Freedom of the Seas passengers. So everyone got their little letter that instead of going to Terminal G, they're going to go to the MSC terminal, and MSC is letting them use the terminal. I'm sure they're paying for it, to embark their guests, which will get to go through the brand new terminal, which is very, very fun. That's awesome. Felicia said, I fly out Tuesday for my side-by-side that starts Wednesday. That is awesome, Felicia. Very jealous that you're flying out and going on 2 more cruises. Very, very jealous. Next bit of cruise news, the Carnival Forensic completed 5 years of service already. It's crazy to think already 5 years, but keep in mind a part of that was Costa when they built these ships in 2019, 2020. It entered service for that in July of 2021. And then obviously everything with the pandemic happened and they scrapped all their plans, moved those ships over to Carnival. So really only a couple of years of Carnival, but 5 years overall. So nice little milestone for the Forenza. That's very, very nice. All right, next bit of cruise news. Disney has lost their mind. Not surprising to anyone. Disney is very expensive. I know we all know this already. But this last week, Disney raised their internet prices. It's borderline insanity. So if you want 24 hours of internet access, just standard internet access, no streaming, anything like that, just browsing internet, it is now $30 for 24 hours. You just want a 24-hour pass. If you want premium surfing and streaming, it's now $50 a day. For the crappy internet that we get on cruise lines, you're asking people to pay $50 a day for that. How crazy. And you don't get like a multiple device discount or anything, nothing like that. It's so much more money than any of the other cruise lines. I don't understand it at all. I don't know what's going on. It's not like they have better internet than anyone else. And it's like it's like being on land. I still don't think it's worth $50 a day. That's crazy. In a time where I think the internet prices should be dropping and not going up, internet should be getting cheaper on cruises as it diversifies and there's different options and Starlink gets better. It's just insane to me that they're charging $50 a day. That's criminal, really, seriously. Craig said, question, 2 ships dock at Great Stirrup Cay the day we were there. Only 1 pier is open. Which ship gets priority, the first one or the larger? I don't know. That's a great question. So I know this happened the other day. Aqua was there, and I think Jewel or Gem was there. And Aqua docked at the pier. My guess is going to be the larger ship is going to get priority at the dock because it's more people. So if there's more people, it's less convenient to tender those people. So that would be my expert opinion, whatever that means. Because that's what I would think. And that's what happened in the last week. And again, I don't know if that's because they got there first or it was because it's the larger ship, but I would assume that the larger ship would get it. And I know they're working on it. So the second ship, 2 ships will be able to dock there soon. Lisa said, did you try out the eSIM last week? Oh, I did. Whole video coming on that. Was not a great experience. Give you a little hint. Not a great experience. Tammy said, good morning. 11 degrees here in Indiana. Woo, that is cold. At least you're playing for the national championship on Monday. But 11 degrees is very cold. It's 30 here. It's not the end of the world, but it is snowy. Very snowy out. Next bit of cruise news. Azamara announced that they're doing a fleet-wide renovation. So they're going to do all of the 4 ships. They have 4 ships now. Their ships are very small. They hold less than 700 passengers. And it's more of like a very intimate feel. They're calling this renovation Azamara Forward. It aims to underline the commitment to personalization, comfort, and meaningful travel. They're going to be upgrading and putting really, really nice suites in there. So they're upgrading the color palettes. They're upgrading all the bedding. They're upgrading all the dining and culinary experiences. They're going to get chef's table restaurants that are going to be much nicer. The Atlas Bar is going to get a real kind of refresh to it. If you've not been on an Azamara ship, I recommend going to check them out or check out some YouTube videos. It's an interesting concept. It's not my favorite fancy one, but it is really, really nice and great service. So it's really nice that they're redoing all of their ships. Jonathan said, for free at C+, if 2 people are in the cabin, do you know if both have to purchase or can just one? From what I've been told, as long as both people have free at sea, both people do not need to purchase free at C+. One person can purchase that, as far as what I've been told. Now, that could change. Documentation changes daily sometimes on these things. But as far as I know, one person can get free at C+. Doesn't have to be both. But who knows? We'll see. I mean, it hasn't even started yet, technically, right? So Lisa said, it's been a long time since we cruised, so I have a luggage question. Is there a limit on size you can give to the porter? Technically, there's not. I've seen some huge pieces of luggage. I think some cruise lines will say that there's probably a limit, but there's not anything that you should be concerned of as long as you're not, packing a 200-pound bag, you're fine. Michael Hennessy said, late arrival off the Queen Mary 2 after round trip crossing from Brooklyn. How was that, Michael? Let us know in the comments. How was your trip? That's amazing. What a great experience. Next bit of cruise news, Boston, from Boston. Boston Fox News here, whatever that means, because everybody reported this. But Royal Caribbean has announced that they will not go to Labadee for all of 2026. So it's out for all of 2026. I think they're just doing this in advance so they could clean up the itineraries on a lot of their cruises. A lot of the cruises still have Labadee in the itinerary, especially if you go to book a cruise, you'll still see Labadee in the itinerary. And I think it's time that they got rid of that. And my guess is, I don't know if they're actually not going to go there for the whole year. It's all going to depend on what's going on in the country there. But my guess is they would rather kind of under promise and over deliver. And if they can get back to Labadee, I think they will do that at some point. But I think as of right now, they're just being a little more proactive because people were really pissed off that it was still in the itineraries and they just keep canceling it piecemeal a little bit at a time. So I think it's probably a good thing that they've canceled it out for now so that, it's all good. So I'll talk a little bit about my Encore cruise. I got my full review and debrief coming out tomorrow. I thought it was great. I had a wonderful, wonderful time on Encore. Everything was very nice. No drama, no issues, no problems. Food was good. The entertainment was good. All the people were good. I'm telling you, January, beginning of January is my favorite time to cruise by far. It's not even close. There's very few children. Look, if you have kids, by all means, go on cruises with your kids. I'm not telling you not to do that. My big thing is I don't want to be on a ship with 3,000 kids, but I don't mind like 500 or 600 kids. It's totally fine. So there were a decent chunk of kids on my Encore cruise, but it wasn't overwhelming. So it was really nice. There were like a chunk, but it wasn't like, like sometimes you go on a cruise and it's just like kids all over the stairs, sitting on the stairs and doing crazy things. None of that. There's a small amount of kids. It was very manageable. I thought all the people were really nice. I didn't see any bad behavior. I saw tons of people being respectful and nice. It was very nice for a change. Jimmy C, hit the thumbs up button. Thanks very much, Jimmy. I appreciate that. Dr. Dre's Productions Travel, welcome and thank you very much for coming and checking us out today. So I had a really good time. Everything was wonderful. I met some really nice people. I met probably 10 or 15 people that came up to me. A lot of people came up to me on like the very last day and they were like, hey, I don't want to bother you. And I'm like, no one's ever a bother. Please come up and talk to me, especially if I'm by myself. I mean, even if I'm with Judy or whatever, please come up. Judy's happy to talk to everybody too. But if I'm by myself, by all means, bother me all day. That's, I'm on the cruise. It's all good. I'm working. But a couple of people came up to me and this one family came up to me. It was so nice. They said that they watched a bunch of videos and that I convinced them to go on a cruise. And they had a great time. So that's awesome. I'm very happy that I convinced somebody to try out cruising. And hopefully they'll be addicted like the rest of us are. So it was really nice. It was really nice to meet a bunch of people. The people on this cruise were great. Sailing out of Miami is usually really nice. I really, really enjoy the Miami terminal. There was a big run there yesterday, so I was a little bit worried about getting out of the port. So I booked a transfer just in case I had an issue getting out, but I didn't need the transfer. So I wound up not using it. But for $20, it's worth booking a transfer just in case. I was going to Fort Lauderdale Airport, and I was worried that if the roads were blocked and everything, I was going to have a hard time, but I actually didn't. It was great. So that is wonderful. But all in all, great cruise. Choir of Man, it's just fantastic. It's a great, great, great show. If you haven't seen Choir of Man, we're going on a cruise. They did announce, I did the backstage tour, and they did let us know that Choir of Man was approved or re-upped for 5 more years, which is great. So if anybody's going on Escape or Encore and you're worried that Encore is going to, Choir Man's going to leave, it's not. It's there for 5 more years. They re-signed it for 5 more years. It's just awesome. It really is. Alex, my next cruise is in March at some point on Celebrity Silhouette. I don't have many cruises this year. Really had to cut back on some cruises this year, but March is my next one. It's a casino offer, so that's an easy one out of Fort Lauderdale. So I'm on Silhouette in March at some point. Angela B, 13 days until Icon. Angela, I hope you have an amazing time. Icon was my #1 ship that we went on last year. It was fantastic. I hope you love it. Hope you have a great time. One more bit of cruise news today. The Norwegian Aura, which we talked about, was released, open for bookings this week on the 15th while I was on board, which was very fun. I thought it was very amusing. I went to the Cruise Next desk on the 14th. I found out that the bookings were going to go on sale. And I was talking to the guy at Cruise Next, and he said, would you like to buy a Cruise Next credit? I said, no, I'm waiting for the 15th for Aura. And he was like, what's Aura? And I was like, it's the next cruise ship in your company. And he was like, really? Yes, sir, it is. But it was really funny that they didn't know that. But it was kind of out of the blue. Things sometimes just pop out of the blue. So I know a lot of influencers got invited down to Tampa to hear about it, so they knew ahead of time, but weren't allowed to say anything. Nobody told me not to say anything. I just got an info that it was going on sale, and I said it was going on sale. So nobody said this is confidential or anything. But I didn't talk about the ship. We didn't get any of that information until the 15th. So, you know. Jonathan said, awesome about Choir Man, booked in 2028 on Encore and was afraid it was going to be gone. Tis not. It will be there. The Ebert said, love your shirt. We have one just like it. Thanks again for giving us the shirts. Yes, indeed. Of course, my pleasure. These are the shirts you get if you book a fancy suite. So if you book a yacht club or a royal suite or a haven cabin, you get these fancy bite-sized cruises, fancy shirts if you do that. I also have new bags. So we're going to start giving away, we give away shirts every week, which I have to send out a few, so I apologize in advance. But we have these new nice, fun little bags. I got one of these bags a few months ago to test out, and I bring it on all my cruises now. So they're really nice. It's got like this little pouch in the front. And then it holds like, your bathing suit or some stuff if you go out. So I bring it when I go out on the island. But these are really nice. I got these new ones, and we're going to be giving them away. So I have all different colors, too. I have black. We have dark blue, light blue, charcoal. There's gray. A bunch of nice stuff. So we'll be giving out those. Alex said, is there anything new on the NCL ship, or is it just like the Prima Aqua, etc.? So funny you should ask, Alex. I did a whole video the other day on it, but let me give you a quick little recap here. So the Aura, if you didn't know, when Prima came out, Prima was very polarizing. Even I didn't really love Prima when it first came out. And I still, we were on it last year. I had a great time. Still not my favorite ship. Just something about the layout's a little wonky. But when Prima came out, it was so polarizing that people didn't like certain things about it. They couldn't do anything about that for Viva. So Viva was already in production. So Viva is basically a carbon copy of Prima. But then they decided that they were going to make Aqua and Luna 10% bigger. Not a ton more guests, just 10% space-wise bigger to fix some of the issues. Some of the venues are really small. And obviously on Prima and Viva, they have the racetrack on the top. And then on Aqua and Luna, they decided to put the Aqua Coaster on the top. So there's a big Aqua Coaster on the top. So now on Aura, what they decided when they did the whole Prima and Viva thing was Aqua and Luna would be 10% bigger. And then Aura and the next ship after that are going to be 10% bigger than that. So 20% bigger than Prima and Viva. So it's going to be much bigger. So if you look at Prima and Viva, the Aura is going to be 1,130 feet long, which is very, very big, and 169,000 gross tons. Let me just give you the size about on the other ships, just so you have a good idea. So we have Aqua is 156,000 gross tons. So you can see that where it's bigger, right? And then Prima is 143,000 gross tons. So really, really bigger. So Prima holds 3,195 people. Aqua and Luna hold 3,500, so a couple hundred more. And then when you get into Aura now, Aura is going to hold 3,900 passengers. But still, for the size ship that it is, it's going to be, it's really, really big. And having that many people in that size space is great, because it's not, if you look at the size of like an Oasis class ship and Icon class ships, with how many people are on those, this is a drastically less people in a large space. So it's really good in my opinion. So very, very nice. So that is what it is, 10% larger. And there are a lot of differences. So they don't have the Aqua Coaster or anything taking up that massive footprint. Decks 18 to 21 are going to be ocean heights. So it's going to be like a water park, activity zone. They're going to have all kinds of immersive lighting and LED projections up there. Mat racing, water slides, dry slides, ropes course, rock climbing wall, kind of like just like an amusement park out there. And they're going to have the Vibe Beach Club, which is going to be in the front, and then or in the back, I apologize. And then overhanging private cabanas up there, which overlook the Vibe Club. And then obviously Ocean Boulevard is going to be slightly larger, like 11% larger than Aqua and Luna, which is still really nice because that area is massive even on Prima and Viva. So the pool deck looks way bigger, thank God, because the pool on Prima and Viva is a postage stamp. So it's really, really nice. It looks really beautiful. I'm very happy with the direction they're going. Looks really nice. Anita and Brian said, we love the Yacht Club on MSC. Greg Gooser said, not sure if my 3-day qualifies for a shirt. Yeah, no, I'll send you a shirt, of course. It's now raining here. Jonathan said, I'm doing a Prima class full house next year, booked on Viva, Luna, and now Aura. Very excited. That's awesome. I hope you have a great time. They're all really great ships. Lisa said, NCL does not have their 2027 cruise dates out yet. Do you know when they put them out? It's hit or miss with Norwegian. They don't really have dates when they release things. So we never know. Like I said, this new ship just came out of nowhere, kind of. So I'll let you guys know as soon as I see them. Obviously, Aura is out for 27, so you can book Aura. And you can book some ships, like even out to 2028 for Norwegian. So I don't know, what ships are you looking at, like New York? Let me see. I'm going to take a quick look here live. That's what we do. Port of departure, let's do Philadelphia, New York. Yeah, they're out for all of 27. You should be able to book. I'm looking at, yeah, obviously Bliss, Norwegian Bliss is in New York in like April, May. Luna is in New York, obviously, for a while. Gem is going to be doing a 19-day transatlantic. That sounds amazing. Obviously, you have Pearl here in Philly in May of 2027. Yeah, they're all out. Those are all out for Philly and New York if you're looking for those. You can book all of those. Luna's in New York all through that time frame. But yeah, they're out. Lisa said, will Aura be able to sail from New York Sizewise? Yeah, Oasis class ships sail out of Bayonne, so there's not a huge limitation. The only ship that I know of off the top of my head that cannot sail out of New York, New Jersey is Icon. Icon is just slightly too big to get under the Verrazano, but Oasis and all those ships sail out of Bayonne all the time. I've been on Prima out of New York. I was on Aqua out of New York. Yeah, so you're fine. Aura will definitely be out of it. Lisa said, I'd like a newer ship out of New York. Yeah, you got Luna. So Luna is brand new. So Luna will be there all of next year. So if you're looking for something like that, you can definitely do that, Lisa. All right, everyone. That is today's cruise news. Lisa DeLuca said, I feel like I'm back in grade school with all these Lisas. There are a lot of Lisas here. That's very funny. That is today's cruise news. I hope everybody has a wonderful day. My review and debrief will be out tomorrow, pending the weather, but it looks fine. I'm going to drive home now, get Peanut out. Hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful day. I will see you all tomorrow. We'll do a live stream on Wednesday. I'm still trying to set up guests for the live stream. Nobody wants to join our live stream. It's totally fine. We will be our own thing. Keep reaching out to people. No one's interested. So, or people schedule and then cancel. So I'm trying my best to get guests on, but we will have, I'll start doing the reps again. I'm trying to get new reps in. Nothing wrong with our old reps. Love them. We will have everybody back on. So Lucy from MSC, we'll have Isla back on from NCL. We'll have Roxanne on from Royal. We'll get Bentley back on from Carnival. I do want to get a Princess rep on. I would like to get our Holland America rep on, Oceana rep on, different people so we could talk about different things. So we will do that. Everyone have a wonderful rest of your weekend. If your team is playing today, good luck.